Hey everybody, how's it going? I'm Furblind Gamer, and thank you to everybody who checks out my stream. Yeah, I had some internet troubles over the weekend, but hopefully it's all fixed now. It seems to be, but it could just be lulling me into a false sense of security, waiting to crash and destroy my stream at any time. I think the internet's alive. Or, if not the internet, our router. Or our ISP. Maybe they're alive. That'd be scary. And speaking of scary, as you all may remember, we finished the classic horror game Scratches last week, which had quite a surprising ending. And tonight I'm going to play the extra chapter for it, which was included in the director's cut. I'm not sure how long this is. I know it's a good bit shorter than any of the actual days with in-game days. So if there's time after that, I'm going to play another survival horror game that I've been wanting to play for quite a while. But first, let's go ahead and jump right into Scratches. There's that creepy music we all know and love. When we finished the main game, writer Michael Arthate had discovered that he didn't in fact actually own the house. It was a sort of scam perpetrated by his friend and real estate agent Jerry, and he thought he cleansed the house of the evil spirit related to some ancient god that a violent tribe in Africa had imprisoned in a mask. But then he heard a noise, and it turned out there was a deformed man living in a secret passage underneath the house. We're not entirely sure who or what he was, but it's hinted that he was the son of the previous owners of the house, who was supposed to be dead. Or rather, they gave out that he was dead and then actually hid him. That's one theory anyway. And then the doctor, the family doctor who helped in this deception, eventually disappeared, perhaps killed by the mysterious man under the house. We're not sure. And let's see. Well, I've had played Scratches before. I never have played the DLC, so this will be my first time experiencing it too. The Last Visit.
You must head right away to the Blackwood estate and get me something.
But sir, that story is long forgotten now. No one cares anymore about it.
They will as soon as the estate is demolished. 2 weeks from now, that place is going to be smashed to bits. It's such an event will revive all the rumors and madness.
Michael Arthate supposedly solved the Blackwood enigma, but for some reason never shared his solution. Perhaps I could persuade him.
You can forget about that. Mr. Arthate rarely speaks to the press, and less so about this story. Not even the most experienced and reputed reporters in the field have convinced him to talk.
I'm glad to hear you think so highly of me, sir. Perhaps he decided that preserving the mystery would be in the best interests of everyone.
No, I think he's a very unstable fella, and his solution was probably as far-fetched as what town people were rumoring back in the 60s. You know, a family curse or aliens from outer space possessing Blackwood.
Yes, thrilling. What about Jerry Carter?
Jerry Carter was convicted
The real estate
in 8 years
agent.
in prison with a serious charge of fraud, but only spent 4 inside, and is now
of a choice, I guess.
No, what you have is a potentially great article on your hands. Do your best, as this is probably our last chance to shed some light about what happened inside that house.
Fine. I'll drive there tomorrow.
If anyone can. Once again, a car pulls up before the imposing gates of the Blackwood Manor. And the gates open by an off-screen person to keep the budget down.
I've parked my car inside the estate, and I'm about to start investigating.
Oh dear, it seems... I thought I disabled that. Weird, the options seem to reset when you start a new game. Anyhow. There we are. Back at dear old Blackwood. Saying a reporter who I didn't catch his name in the cutscene. Perhaps he doesn't have a name.
There's a huge amount of junk inside this garage. I won't even attempt going in.
Garage. Oh, the fountain's empty now.
I can't go this way.
Looks like it's full of... Is that water? Perhaps it flooded.
I can't go this way.
I guess all the paths that way are blocked. What's that?
It looks like someone left in a rush and dropped all their, souvenirs.
I think... I know what that is.
Whoever left all this stuff in here must have been leaving the house in quite a hurry.
I wonder if it was Michael Arthate himself, or if someone else has been here since. Let's head on inside.
The whole place is exhibiting signs of vandalism and trashing.
Wow. Yeah. Grandfather clock's gone. Or actually, there it is on the floor. So I wonder if this place actually did belong to the National Trust, or if that was another one of Jerry's lies. Hey, let's call Jerry, see what he has to say.
This phone seems to have gone through some rough moments.
Wow, it's the difference between playing Myst and playing Pissed.
In its current state, this is an extremely uninviting dining room.
Yeah, it's kind of sad. In spite of the curse and the history, it was all so beautiful, and yeah, people just came and trashed it, as people will.
The doorknobs here were likely of a high value. No wonder. This place must have been glittering in its heyday. I think I'll take my chances with the other stairway. This one looks quite dangerous.
Wow. I wonder if vandals did that, or the house's age has finally caught up to it. I mean, it's only been... Wait, did they say how long it's been? Well, we know it's been at least 4 years since the main game.
Ah, the door is stuck beyond hope.
It's like the drawer was stuck beyond hope. Wonder. Oh. The same secret passage Michael discovered at the end.
Just useless junk. Ah! Oh, there's an intense smell of urine in this room.
Ugh.
It seems like cats have claimed it as their home.
Cats. Or possibly something else. Of course, the ancient godlike creature was associated with cats, so who really knows? Oh, that's the way we came. Is that?
What a charming little teddy bear. Its head is almost ripped off.
Yes. This was where...
Ah, there's some object inside that hole. Ah, there's
Oh.
also a nasty cat in there as well.
Yeah. Not so sure that's a cat, but we'll go with that. Huh. I wonder if those eyes were supposed to look like a cat's eyes, or, you know, be glowing supernaturally as opposed to just having the light shine off them. And I don't think the game was ever clear if there like what the link was, or if there was a link between the man in the basement and the curse of the mask.
Just useless junk.
Excuse me. Surprisingly few things to pick up here.
The graffiti is barely readable. Not that I would want to read it. I doubt it would provide many clues.
The room Michael occupied during his few days here.
This is the room where Michael Arthayet slept those 3 fateful days. Not much to see here, though.
I realized that the player had beat me to the exposition, so I was going to repeat it, just to spite him.
That's odd. Arthayet left most of his stuff in here. In turn, it seems, later visitors have barely left anything.
Yes, he did leave in something of a hurry. That, I think that's still the crumpled up note that Dr. Milton wrote before he disappeared. They must have spent a lot of time deciding, the developers, what to keep from the game and what to remove or change in this chapter. I keep calling it an expansion pack or a DLC or a chapter or an add-on.
This room was probably a cozy place before. Not anymore.
It's nice they have almost all the lines voiced, so I don't have to worry about reading the dialogue or whatever it says on the bottom of the screen.
A bottle of thalidomide. I remember reading something about that drug.
Thalidomide. I'm not sure what that is. But perhaps we'll find out more about it. Yeah, the manor was so well preserved, practically frozen in time. When Michael Arthate came here, and now it's, after he re-imprisoned the god and left, it's really begun to decay. and be destroyed. Yeah, very little here.
Aha, the plot thickens. This is the gallery where James Blackwood carried on his eccentric hobby. Or what's left of it.
Oh, wow. I guess a lot of the most valuable stuff was in here.
Not much to see here. How interesting. This seemed to be a secret storeroom. Whatever was here must have been of high importance. Unless they wanted to keep it secured for other reasons.
Other reasons, like evil. I believe Michael Arthate left the mask there after he waved the charm over it, so someone else took it.
Just useless junk. Just useless junk. What a shame they took everything. I would have loved to have seen what kind of stuff Blackwood kept here.
Well, some of it at any rate.
I won't be able to go upstairs. It looks too dark. And, dangerous.
Could our intrepid reporter be scared? No, he simply knows there are no candles in the house, because Michael Arthate made clear that he had searched everywhere for them. And after this many years has passed, we don't think that Mr. Electrician will be able to come.
Can't stick around but have a good stream. Smiley face.
Oh, thank you so much, Angela. I really appreciate you dropping by and saying hello as we're just playing the expansion / extra chapter of Scratches and seeing how horrific things can get. But I hope you're having a good day, Angela.
The window seems to have been covered with mud.
No wonder it's so dark in here.
I can't see a thing in this bathroom, and I forgot to bring my flashlight. I can't see a thing in this bathroom, and I forgot to bring my flashlight. I think I'll take my chances with the other stairway. This one looks quite dangerous. There must have been several paintings adorning this hallway in the past. Only this one remains now, though. Most likely too scary for the burglars to take.
Oh, and you're not going to show it to us? Oh, I think that's the Goya painting that is generally called Saturn devouring his son. Yeah. Which is one of the freakiest paintings ever made. And also was one of the main inspirations for Lovecraft's Pickman's Model, which I got to be in a stage adaptation of once. Wish I still had the video of that. I lent it to someone. I'm rambling. Thought for a second we were able to pick up that light or whatever. It would seem not.
This is my trusty recorder. I'm using it to make a testament of my visit to Blackwood Manor.
Oh, nice. Instead of the journal from the old one, it's a... Yeah, it looks like a tape recorder. I can't think. We can refer to that back as easily as a journal, though. Let's see. Alright, I was going to go investigate the car. And by investigate, I mean see if I'm allowed to click on. No, nothing hereabouts. Is there anything outside the garage?
This can might prove useful.
So, yeah, an empty soup can or something. I mean, don't all good reporters pick up empty soup cans when they're out on researching stories, if only to recycle them? I wonder how that all flooded. Perhaps because Michael left the water in the greenhouse on.
It's a huge pool of water, blocking the way.
Oh.
This can might prove useful.
Is it? I mean, it must be full of water now, even if he doesn't say it.
Ugh! There's something moving down that hole. There's a faint light coming from it, but I can't see what's inside.
Yeah. Wonder what's down there. I wonder what the looters made of the various journals and things they found lying around and took.
The graffiti is barely readable. Not that I would want to read it. I doubt it would provide many clues.
Murderer. That's weird. I wonder if it was directed at Blackwood, even though he'd been vanished for a good while before Michael even came here.
I knew that this game would occasionally crash. Michael Arthate had said as much, so I resolved to save my game every now and again, just in case the worst came to pass, so that my viewers wouldn't be pissed off by a lot of redundant backtracking. Well, I would be doing redundant backtracking anyway as I tried to solve the puzzles.
Here, kitty, kitty. Yes, that could work. But the cat would probably jump at me from this spot, and it's already mad enough.
Yes, the cat. Drat the cat.
What a charming little teddy bear. Its head is almost ripped off.
I seem to remember there was a grating at the front of the porch. Hey again, everybody. Sorry about that. Had that same peculiar bug where the screen goes black for a minute and then crashes both OBS and the game. I've done some research on, and I think it's tied to my magnification software, Zoom Text, but I'm not positive. That doesn't seem to happen every stream, and it also doesn't happen with every game. It's happened more with scratches than anything else. Ah well, we'll dive back into it, shall we? Bizarrely, it keeps the settings when it crashes, but not when you start a new game. I had the idea of, if we can't pour water down the grate, we could try pouring it down this hole. Oh, maybe that was a cat after all.
Whoever left all this stuff in here must have been leaving the house in quite a hurry. Whoever left all this stuff in here must have been leaving the house in quite a hurry.
Well, we definitely drenched something. And jump scare time, probably.
And the prize is a doorknob.
Ah, a doorknob. Which hopefully will fit the kitchen. Wonder how it got down there. Perhaps one of the looters took it, wandered down the secret lair, and then when he saw the glowing eyes, threw the doorknob at it.
I guess the doorknobs must have been very valuable.
Oh. So we can't go in there. Where is it? Ah, fits perfectly. No attachments required.
Ugh. I wonder if this kitchen was ever tidy.
Well, not in the course of the game.
My goodness, they didn't even spare the forks.
Just a pile of spilled whatever it was. They even got the coffee grinder.
My goodness, they didn't even spare the forks. This door is severely damaged. There doesn't seem to be anything of interest beyond it, so I won't bother.
What about your journalistic duties? Is that? Oh, light bulb.
atmosphere is almost unbearable down here in the basement. The walls are dripping with moisture.
Yes, the basement's not a very pleasant place.
It's a huge furnace, which still doesn't seem quite large enough to heat the whole house. It's a huge furnace, which still doesn't seem quite large enough to heat the whole house.
Thank goodness they have fireplaces. Let's take a look at our basement prizes.
Some cleaning fluid.
Muttering spells like an angry druid, alone in the dusk. With the cleaning fluid. Ogden Nash, one of the great humorists of the 20th century.
It's an ordinary piece of rag. There must be a reason why the burglars didn't pick these cans. Oh, judging by their smell, I think I know why. There must be a reason why the burglars didn't pick these cans.
The burglars were rather discerning.
There must be a reason why the burglars didn't pick these cans.
Okay.
Oh, judging by their smell, I think I know why.
Burglars be like, okay, let's start stealing 20-year-old cans of food and open canisters from the kitchen. Do we know if they're valuable? Well, let's see how they smell. It's not so much the resale value as maybe this 20 or 30-year-old flour could still be baked.
It's impossible to go this way. The door is rusted shut.
I couldn't remember if there's another door to that room down there, or maybe it was through the dining room. Yes.
Yeah, the door is stuck beyond hope.
Oh, right. Anything else? Or anywhere else we can go in here? Probably not with that armoire or whatever it is tumped over. It would be a funny, kind of a joke if you could actually pick up the phone and call Jerry at this point. Ooh, or if the phone started ringing. save real quick. Oops, no. There. Let's see.
The window seems to have been covered with mud.
From the inside, no less.
The rag is too dry to have any effect on the mud.
Okay, well, at least we know where there's water.
I don't see the point in doing that. It's a huge pool of water, blocking the way.
There.
It's an ordinary piece of rag.
I mean, I doubt we'll need more water at this point, but...
It's a huge pool of water, blocking the way.
Since we still had the can... It really feels strange coming into the foyer and not hearing the grandfather clock ticking.
The window seems to have been covered with mud.
There. Now we can see. Well, what is there to see? There's gonna be something in there, isn't there?
I can't tell exactly why, but I don't like this mask one bit.
Oh, snaps. I'm assuming that's the mask. You know, ancient, malevolent, lion-like elder god imprisoned within. Rituals and sacrifices have to be performed. Enjoys toying with and slaughtering humans. All that good stuff. So what do we do with it?
Can't tell exactly why, but I don't like this mask one bit. I don't see the point in doing that.
I don't either, but I don't see the point in doing a lot of things that work in adventure games. So, after a while, one stops asking questions. Can we go up here now?
I won't be able to go upstairs. It looks too dark. And, dangerous.
But I'm not scared, of course. You think you're not scared. I went up there and then climbed down a rope into a nursery. Michael Arthate, what are you doing here? I'm not really here. David just got so used to talking in my voice, he doesn't want to stop. Yes, I don't see what's wrong with my voice. Well, your voice hasn't been heard other than in a DLC. Also, you don't sound quite so introspective. You're not a writer, after all. You're a journalist. Journalists do write. If you can call what you do writing.
Just useless junk.
Yeah, I'm getting something's going down at some point vibe from this music.
This is my trusty recorder. I'm using it to make a testament of my visit to Blackwood Manor.
So I guess that explains why he says everything out loud. I wonder if the recorder has any practical purpose.
A bottle of thalidomide.
Oh.
I remember reading something about that drug.
Yes, but he's too cagey to tell us what. Let's see. Our character was curious about Michael, if only for the sake of exposition. Or is there some other clue in Michael's room?
That's
just
odd.
the same.
Arthur left
Yeah.
most of his stuff in here. In turn, it seems, later visitors have barely left anything.
Yeah. This guy is not going to open a single desk drawer.
Just useless junk.
Yeah, it's all pretty bare down here.
Just useless junk.
I wonder if that's blood. I don't have many items. I haven't tried using all of them on the mask. Oh shit.
No.
Who are you? What are you doing here? Can't you see this place is dangerous? Robin, please forgive me. I had
Robin.
to see you before I return to my dying baby.
As I hurriedly left Blackwood Manor, I tried putting together what I just experienced, to no avail. I was in shock and couldn't think clearly, and it took many days until I was ready to pass judgment on what I'd seen. The Blackwood estate has now been demolished, and I have arrived at a conclusion. It is clear that the Blackwood family, with the help of this Dr. Milton, kept their son hidden from the public as he was suffering from severe malformations. It is unclear whether he was truly dangerous, or the Blackwoods were simply psychotic, quite possibly one thing led to another, and this situation ended with the death of Catherine Blackwood. We can finally give some closure to this sad episode in the peaceful town of Rothbury. And yet, there's something I can't quite explain. A missing link, something that just doesn't fit. We may never know what the real heart of the mystery is. But for the time being, this will have to do.
Was that the mask? It looked like there was something in a hole in the ground, and I wonder if it was the mask. Huh. Interesting. I guess there's a lot we still don't know. Like, we know that was Robin, the son, whose death they faked. But we still don't know if there was some link between him and the mask. Have you solved the mystery? Or, I mean, other than the thing in the mask was definitely driving Blackwood insane. And Milton later. It's strange that Dr. Milton disappeared for, I think it was 6 years before Michael Arthate moved in. However many years ago that was before this epilogue. And it's strange that, I mean, Robin survived imprisoned in there that time, unless Dr. Milton was still taking care of him after faking his own disappearance. And then he continued to remain missing for all those years. I mean, we know Milton felt guilty, and we know he was going insane before the main game happened. But interesting. It's pretty good. I wish they'd get... I mean, on the one hand, I like it in horror sometimes when there are lots of unanswered, or some unanswered questions, and you don't really know how things are going to end up, like what's going to happen afterwards. I wish they'd explored a little more. I know they're making another game, the same team is, which has been in development for a decade and hopefully will be finished soon. I don't think it's like a sequel or related to Scratches. Anyway. Yeah, so there we have it. Scratches. The Last Visit. Which I enjoyed. I guess I was expecting a little bit more from it. Like a little longer, a little more gameplay, but at the same time it wasn't like a retail expansion pack. It was just something extra they added to the director's cut of the game.